Hey guys, let me just quickly make a review video of whatever submissions came to DailyFix, and I will also clear the context of what exactly we are expecting and what is the whole idea of the application. So let's just quickly get started. So let me just go through the submissions. So we have something from Suraj Kumar. So I think this is not the assignment. So this is some bot which is from a third party application which was created. So pretty much it was a false positive. And we have another submission from Hassan. Let me have a look at it. So the objective is not that. So it might be some another assignment or something, but it is not. It is not a simple two-page React web application with home page and event listing page. So it was also a false positive. So this is wrong. So the previous one, that is some third party uh, bot, which is given by Suraj Kumar, that was pretty much wrong submission. And this uh, React application, this is not the correct way to do it. So let me just filter this out. Let me just check if there are any other submissions. Okay, we do have from Shiksha. Let me just go through that as well. Yeah, what has been done here is so it is like a quick, simple kind of dashboard, which in which the matrix API has been used. So you are certainly use the matrix API. So that's the one point which is good. So the context is to make use of matrix API to create something in the objective that has been given. So here you have created with Django a Python-based application and basic HTML for the front end, and you have used the Matrix API. That's good. But let me tell you something. So we need to have a specific user flow. So this is something which we are expecting is a most minimum viable product. So it should be at least adhere with real time some real time feature like some AI feature like summarization. So you need to let user login. So if you implemented WhatsApp, if you have WhatsApp feature, you have constructed or developed your application to support WhatsApp. So you need to allow user to log into the WhatsApp, and then thereon it need to fetch the related contacts. See, the WhatsApp has its technical hierarchy, so it has its entities. So the entities of WhatsApp are contacts. So we the non-technical users. So there are so many users out in the world who use WhatsApp. So they consider WhatsApp. They expect contacts and respective messages of the contacts. It might be groups, it might be channels. So this is the whole thing of WhatsApp. So if you're trying to build a platform, if you're trying to integrate WhatsApp into your application, make sure the user has to log in. Make sure the user can connect to WhatsApp with QR using Matrix API, and then make sure in your dashboard fetch the chats of the particular user from there on using the API. So I'll just give a clear explanation. So This is one thing. I mean, you have made use of Matrix API, but so I have seen something, yeah, stored messages. So I think you're fetching the stored messages. I don't know what platform it is exactly. I think these are all the rooms. So the matrix has rooms if you have studied it well. So the in terms of matrix, so it considers the whatever the entities of Twitter or WhatsApp or whatever platform it might be. So it considers as rooms. So it I think it's some platform or it might be a simple matrix room. So make sure you do that. Make sure you have a specific user flow. Let user log into the WhatsApp, the second thing, and make sure thereon the platform, the application fetches the chats, and you have some AI based feature to create a report or something. A one AI based feature. So I will show you a specific example, which the work has been already started. So I will just tell you that. I will explain you that so that you can get a bit of better idea. So this was 6 hours assignment. Let's check if there are any other assignment from. So there was one from Bhavani. Okay, it is saying that it's a video chat application. So this is also wrong thing. It's not video chat application. I will just explain you the objective and everything later on. Let's see first what's happening here. Okay, registration successful. Your interests. So this is not the context of the application. I'm just checking. Okay, no. So this was the assignment from Bhavani. So I'll just explain the context of the application sooner or later. Let me just filter out the submissions if there are any. And also we have another submission from that Risa. Let me just quickly check that as well. Okay. So one thing you're trying to explain your project. So what you have done is made use of Matrix API to fetch the messages from the room. Okay. So this is the API to fetch your messages from the room in order to display your chat over the front end. And you have a sidebar and the chat panel. Okay. You have displayed some static buttons like WhatsApp, Telegram, Slack. Okay. So I think you have a bit of understanding of the application that has to be developed, the DailyFix. But let me tell you something. As said earlier, ensure there is some user flow. Make sure the user will be able to log in. And then if you're trying to integrate WhatsApp as the initial step, make sure make sure that user will be able to scan or if there is another means of way to connect to the WhatsApp, then just make sure that is available as well. And after, make sure that the WhatsApp connection is successful for the user, and then fetch the chat rooms relevant to WhatsApp. So you need to process those rooms, whichever if you have if you have the feature to let user log into the WhatsApp. Thereon, the bot, there will be a bridge bot, something known as bridge bot. It will just invite after you have I think you might have deployed the home server as well, and you have deployed the bridge bot. So from there on, after connecting, so the bot will start fetching the chats or of the user if you have let user to log into WhatsApp. So you need to process those rooms. So technically, in according to matrix, they are considered as rooms. So we are trying to showcase something to a non-technical user, a technical user, a wide variety of audience. So we need to consider the WhatsApp hierarchy only. So if you're trying to integrate WhatsApp, then consider the WhatsApp hierarchy. So what user expects? So user expects to see the contacts. So process them as contacts. When user clicks on a contact, you might expect to see the chats of the contact. Make sure you do that. After fetching the chat, you might uh, consider a socket to fetch the real-time messages as well. So, and also you, and on top of this, consider building a AI-based feature. Like, so one of the aims is to build a report feature. So it's like it gives it gives the user. So it enables user to get a daily report of what's going on in his chat. So the inbox might be filled with several contact messages. So you can get just you can make use of OpenAI or your own LLM, whatever permits. So you can just make a report feature or a summary feature that generates the summary between the conversation between the user and their contact. So make sure you do that as well. So I'm specifically saying if you go for WhatsApp. So if you go for another platform like Instagram, so the hierarchy might be different. The entities might be different. So there we will be having the DMs. So there it might not be considered as contacts, but as connections or as friends or yeah. So we need for the Instagram, you need to be able to have a different bridging bot for Instagram. So that different bridging bot will have might be having different language. For example, Matrix WhatsApp. So this is the bridge bot, which is written in Go, and also in Python. So you need to be able to deploy that bot, understand that, and create some APIs to process those Instagram uh, friends here in the chat in the front end, process them as DMs. So it has to look in such a way that it is almost an Instagram thingy because the user expects something related to his social platform. So if it's Instagram, he expects the DMs of Instagram. If it's WhatsApp, he expects the DMs, groups, or whatever from WhatsApp. So think in that way. And after that, after you have let user connect to the WhatsApp or Instagram, then develop some AI-based feature. As I said earlier, some report feature or and also automated messaging feature or prioritization feature. So think in a I mean go step by step. So think in a systematic way. Okay, let me check if there is any another assignment. Okay, I think that was it. So first, I'll be just giving you a basic idea. Um, if you're going for WhatsApp, you know what? If you're going for WhatsApp, if you're planning to integrate WhatsApp or any other platform, I'll just give a quick overview of what has to be done. So make sure it has an auth flow where user will be able to log into your application and thereon create some middle layer where user will be able to decide between the platforms. So if you are planning to integrate WhatsApp as the first step, so let user click it. So if user clicks it, so the request has to go to the matrix API. So it has to initialize with the credentials, matrix credentials, and then log in the user, and then the bot has to be get the matrix WhatsApp bot. So which is so this is what. So matrix WhatsApp is a bridge and home server. So the home server is a core. So using the home server, you will have to initialize the matrix account and then thereon. So if the matrix account has been initialized successfully, that means registration is complete for the user, and then bot will be invited. After thereon, if the bot gets invited, so bot should join the room, and then the bot will automatically, whenever there are incoming messages. So you need to study the matrix API. So this is the matrix API. Have a look at it. Just play around. So how we can interact with the home server, how we can get some client-based events or server-based requests like sync, fetching, and all those things. And let me just show you the bridge talks. See, there are several bridges. So let's say for WhatsApp. So these bridges have their own architecture. So the basic thing is to have your home server deployed. So that is the first basic thing. After that, you will have to deploy your bridge connecting that home server. All right, let's say I have selected, I mean, you will be developing for WhatsApp. Go through the documentation of the Matrix WhatsApp. So you will have the Go Bridge basic setup. You'll have the requirements. So something known as Synapse. You need to deploy the home server, and then you need to integrate the bridge from there on. So this everything has been given here. Use AI if you're struggling to understand it. So make sure you're doing it step by step. Get your home server ready. Get your bridge ready. Let's say you're going for WhatsApp. Get your bridge, Matrix WhatsApp bridge. So this is what Matrix bridges. So this is what Matrix WhatsApp. So this is the bridge which has to be integrated with your home server. So the basic prerequisite is your home server, and thereon you need to have your bridges like WhatsApp. If you're planning to integrate WhatsApp into your application, then you need to deploy the WhatsApp bot. And if you're planning to integrate Telegram, you need to deploy the Telegram bot. See, you can see the Matrix WhatsApp, you can see the Matrix Discord. So these are several bridges where the first initial prerequisite will be the home server. Make sure you understand what home server is, and thereon make sure you understand what all these bridges are, and make sure you understand how the API works, how you can interact with your home server, how can you bridge, how can you deploy your bridge with the home server. So make sure you understand these things. So these are the basic prerequisites to have your platforms ready in your application, because after you deploy your home server, after you get your bridge ready, then only You can automatically create your own customized APIs in the backend, whether you're using Node.js, whether you're using Go or whatever language of your proficiency. So thereon, that will be a challenge. Okay, that will be yet another challenge. All right. Okay, thereon you will, after the user has logged in, make sure the WhatsApp, if you're integrating WhatsApp, then you need to get your QR ready and then let users scan that QR, and thereon message and contact management, as WhatsApp has its hierarchy or entity as contacts and messages. For Instagram, it might be DMs, whatever. You need to understand those technical entities. All right. And then message analysis. Some AI basic feature like real-time message summaries, AI analysis of conversations, prioritization of contacts based on the summary generated, or something like that, or automated messaging feature. Let me just give you a demo. So the work has been already started. So this is DailyFix. So this is the first step. Let user log in. Okay, all right. Let me just get the email. Just a second. So after signing in, make sure, see, it's for the WhatsApp. So the work has already been started and it has been developed for WhatsApp. So you can see the contacts over here. All right. So if you can go through any of the contact, make sure you're able to fetch the chat of those of that particular contact. All right. You can see the chat. You can see the whatever the conversation that the user had with the other. I mean, with his one of his contacts. All right. We also have a generate summary button. You can just quickly create a summary, and you can prioritize the contact based on or whatever you decide on. So, or the AI decides. So, if it is set on high priority, so just try to think of something else or like similar to this, a bubble. So, red. So, it has been prioritized to high. All right. So this is what we are expecting. So I hope you have understood the whole context of the application. So the name itself, Daily Fix, says that. So it shall be a daily fix for your social media platforms. Okay. So getting your report ready for the whatever platform that you have, whatever messaging platforms are you are using. So it could be a hectic task with so many messages coming from the inboxes of several platforms. So to centralize those, get those platforms at one single place as a dashboard, and then get your messages, get the AI based features. You can create a bot to summarize the chat, whatever you had. Like the earlier, you have a generate summary thing. So make sure you do this. All right. So I hope you have understood the whole context of the application. So I think one member is Siksha and Risa, who have integrated the MatterView API, but they are not really halfway there. So you have just started the thing. So if you can go forward, so if you are seeing this video, just try to do this and get yourself a deployed link or get yourself a Loom video like this. Explain what you have done so that I can review it again. All right. So yeah, thanks.